talk? Can I talk? Okay. Hey, welcome to today's vlog. If this is your first time here, I'm Amber. I make kind of crunchy motherhood and lifestyle videos. If you like that sort of content, please hit that little subscribe button down below. I'd love to see you here more often. Today is gonna be a semi-busy day. There's only a couple things that I actually need to get done, but there's a good amount of things that I'd like to try to get done. So we're just gonna go through the day and see what I can do. But despite wanting to get everything done, I think we're actually gonna start the day with a walk because it's really sunny and pretty out right now, and the weather's been weird here. Like one day it'll be really sunny and nice, and then the next day for a couple days it'll be freezing and windy and snowy. So when the weather is nice, I'm trying to make sure that we get outside and get that sun, get that vitamin D so that Kai can run around, because I feel like he gets kind of stir crazy, which I do too, just being cooped up in our house all the time. I'm actually gonna throw a quick load of laundry in so that it can get going while we're walking. And if you're sick of watching me do laundry every single time I vlog, I'm sorry. Push, keep pushing. I seriously do laundry every single day though, so it's just a big part of my life. This is basically the only way that I can stay on top of it and keep it from piling up and getting out of control. Here.
What if the world had more of your smile? What if the wind could spread your love? What if your sweetness could reach everyone? There'd be no wars. Maybe the birds will sing about your heart. Maybe the trees will whisper the word.
It's 11:30 and I'm just getting to the first item on my to-do list, which is to chop and freeze these leeks. So I need to do that now because it's almost lunchtime. I'm gonna wash them off, leave them out to dry, and then while Kai's napping, I'll put them in a bag and put them in the freezer. Keeping certain things like soup vegetables in the freezer is something that I've been trying to get better at, so that in this case, if somebody gets sick, I already have everything I need to make a good German style chicken soup, and I don't have to run to the store or anything like that. It's lunchtime now, so I am really trying to hustle. Kai's gonna have a medley of leftovers, and I am trying to make myself a really quick tuna melt. Bread is another thing that I've been keeping in the freezer, so that way you basically always have fresh bread. So now, when I used to always bake bread and then I'd leave it out for a couple days, so we'd kind of pick at it, and then after 2-3 days, when it was borderline getting stale, I'd put it in the freezer, and I stopped doing that because if you freeze borderline stale bread, you're going to thaw out borderline stale bread. So now I bake bread and I either freeze it same day or the next day. We might have a slice or two, but I like to freeze it when it's fresh, because then when you take it out and you reheat it, it still tastes fresh. Of course, he finishes all of his food, tells me all done, and then gets down, climbs into my lap so that he could have some of my lunch. It's 12:30 and he needs to go down for his nap like right now, so we're just gonna clean up the living room and get started on that. It's 3 o'clock. Kai just woke up from his nap, so I am trying to get his snack ready real quick. You might hear him upstairs a couple times. I just leave him up there for just a moment so that his snack is ready to go when he comes down, especially because we just recently, like 2.5 weeks ago, weaned him completely. I mean, honestly, he weaned himself. I wouldn't even say I weaned him. He was down to 2 feeds already anyway, and he was just showing less and less interest. So that's why I say, like, he really did it himself. But since it's still kind of fresh, I like to make sure that his snack is 100% ready to be eaten when he comes downstairs. So he's gonna have oranges and these little cracker things. I don't know what they're called. The next thing that I need to do today is run to Goodwill to take this back. I just bought it the other day because I have a plastic squeezy bottle that I use to keep our olive oil in. I love it, it's really convenient, but it's plastic, and I've been trying to get rid of as much plastic in our home as possible. So that seems like the next thing to go, especially since it's something I use all the time. So I got this like flip top bottle, and I thought it'd be fine, but I think, well, hold on. I think that it'd be fine for pouring like measurements of olive oil, but something that I really love about this is what we use, is that I can also just like drizzle olive oil really easily because it's this little spout. And if you try to do that with this, it's just gonna like glug glug out. So I'm gonna go ahead and return it. It was only $3. I would keep it, except we actually already have a bottle like this that we put water in the summer and put it in the fridge. So we have no need for another one at this point. So that's what I need to do. I also wanted to do a little bit of thrift shopping, but it's already 3 o'clock. So at this point, I don't think I'm gonna have time to actually shop around, especially because there's one other thing before I need to make dinner that I would like to do that's just like a hair time consuming. Not really, but it takes a little bit of time and cleanup. So I'm gonna prioritize that over shopping. I said I wasn't gonna shop, but I walked in, returned that jar, and I immediately found this Banana Republic sweater for like $7, and I only got a store credit for the thing I returned. So I'm gonna go ahead and get it. It's a medium, but it's a small medium, and I need more winter clothes, which I've said before, so I'm gonna get it. It's 4:30. The only other thing I really wanted to get done today, other than to make dinner in about a half an hour, is to make butter. I usually buy 2 16-ounce bottles of heavy cream, and I put the whole thing in here and make the butter, but I'm gonna do them one at a time this time, so I might only get through one, we'll see, because it just makes a huge mess every single time. So I'm gonna see how one at a time goes instead. When it starts to get super messy, I just cover it up with a little thin cloth so it doesn't splatter everywhere. It's 2 days later. I was gonna wrap this up yesterday, but I've been dealing with insomnia recently, and the night before last was really bad. It took me like 5 hours to fall asleep. So yesterday I was like a zombie and couldn't even think about picking up the camera, but I'm good. I slept better last night. Really quickly though, I wanted to show you the sweater I got from Goodwill. After trying it on, I am 100% positive that what happened is that somebody shrunk this because it's 100% merino wool, and this is supposed to be a medium. I wear an extra small in like everything, so I think someone shrunk it and that is why it ended up at Goodwill. I really like it. I love the like muted neutral color. This is very me. This is like the type of thing that I tend to gravitate towards, and I actually kind of like the slightly boxy look, so I think I'm gonna keep it. It's super, super warm, so I mean, it's perfect. It's snowing right now. This is absolutely perfect. The only thing that I don't like is because I'm pretty sure someone shrunk it, getting your head through this hole it's like childbirth. It's so hard. Like, you really, really have to pull it, and then getting it off is kind of the same thing, but I think it's cute. I don't think that's the end of the world. I don't know. Is there like a way to stretch that out? If you know, let me know in the comments, please, because if I could just get this like a little bit bigger, that would be great. The only other thing that I kind of don't like is how high this comes up. Like, it makes me feel a little bit claustrophobic, but again, if it's really cold out, that's actually probably better. So I'm probably gonna go ahead and keep it, but yeah. And actually, I have one more thing to show you that I got on Poshmark, and it came yesterday, and you're probably gonna laugh at me, but here it comes. I got this chunky cardigan. Alex says it looks like I stole a grandma's sweater. It's funny because this is exactly the opposite of the sweater I just showed you that I said was exactly my style. This is not the type of thing that I tend to gravitate towards, but I like whimsical outfits. I just don't know what to do with them, but I feel like this is cute with like jeans and a white shirt, or maybe like a brown shirt, and you know, you just have to like let this be the center of attention, and I think if you just like rock it confidently, it'll look good. I like it. I do like to have statement pieces or whimsical pieces in my wardrobe. I just like the majority of my clothes to be kind of bland and really, really neutral, but every here and there it feels fun and good to wear something that's different and eye-catching. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the vlog here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you are having a beautiful day, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!